Nobody. John F. Kennedy. I rule the top 3 wealthiest nations on earth. When do I become rich? That's the neat part, you don't. Your Honor, my German client is clearly innocent, as he'd make an excellent addition to NASA. You treat the janitor with the same respect as the king. Come on dude, I'm not gonna guillotine the janitor. Europeans handing back a partitioned country to the natives, who are now arbitrarily divided against one another. Doomer doesn't study history. The world is going to hell. This is the end times. Gloomer does study history. We live in an era of unprecedented peace and prosperity. Russia trying to show off by going to war. Japan. Britain. Fine. Behold how happy we look as a couple in this photo. Her colonies. When you're an Ottoman merchant on a caravan and the trees start speaking Serbian. Oh Neptune. Hi hun, did you manage to present your thesis at work today? Yes. How did it go? Nailed it. If the United Kingdom is so great, then why is it responsible for so many Independence Days? I see a small apartment. I see you. Alone. And a lot of territorial losses. Jesus, that's a lot of territorial losses. Cancel culture? Yes, I cancelled culture. When you spent your impoverished life working as poorly paid cattle farmers in the American West, but popular culture portrays you as criminals that robbed banks and cheated poker. You cannot unify vastly different economies under one currency, but leave their economic policies separate. EU creating euro. How hard can it be? When you realize that future generations need to learn more history than us. Crusaders, Arabs, Mongols. Gustav I of Sweden, after he received too many peas from his people, ruling that everyone must eat pea soup on Thursdays. I'm going to create an environment that is so gassy. Plants after humans killed the large mammals. You have freed us, humans. Oh, I wouldn't say freed, more like under new management. Find Jesus. Before Jesus finds you. Authoritarian governments making the best songs, so you forget the human rights violations. POV, you are a scientist or philosopher in the 19th century. The Ottoman sultans, when they inherited the throne. Sultan. Brother. Austria-Hungary. Behold. A road in China. My colonial empire. European kings throughout history, when they know they have to make a peace treaty with their enemies, because they simply can't afford to start a war. When you convert to Christianity, but the Romans put you in the ranked 1v1 queue to fight a lion. Penguins when they realize some bearded New Zealander is going to spend the next 30 years harvesting their blubber for oil. Northern Europe during the 19th century. Nordic Germanicism. German Nordicism. Some British nerd looking for Radio Luxembourg and accidentally tuning into a heist. What the F? George Washington. General Howe. Washington ordering a ceasefire to return General Howe's missing dog. The Israelites after being freed from Egypt, when they realize it's actually going to take them like 40 years to get to the promised land. We did it, we time traveled. But to what year? Let me ask that guy over there. What temperature does water freeze at? 100 Celsius. We are in 1742. Any religion and culture that came in contact with Islam or Christianity got reduced to atoms. Hinduism. I don't have such weaknesses. Learning about Caribbean piracy. It's all about slavery. USA. USSR. Zambia trying to go to Mars. I'm a European royal with inherited mental or physical illness due to decades of intergenerational inbreeding. History teachers looking for sources to use when teaching the Cold War. Billy Joel listening 118 significant events from 1949 to 1989 in just under 5 minutes. How normal people debunk flat earth supporters versus how I debunk flat earth supporters. Rest of the world one China policy. Bhutan zero China policy. POV, you're a Roman general who won a single battle. You know, I'm something of an emperor myself. I'm a Viking Age historian. Okay, name a Danish, Norwegian and English king during the period. Not the Great. Well F. Answers Alexander Hamilton gives to other questions. Answer he gives when you ask him how old he is. Ancient Greece created 5 of 7 wonders of the ancient world. Greece. Remember Earth. This is Earth now. Feel old yet? Pope Gregory IX. Cats were to be associated with devil worship and had them exterminated. Black Death. Canadians, when you ask them what happened to their native peoples, the less you know, the better. When your crush doesn't reply to your carrier pigeon within 5 minutes. Non-white people existed in medieval and pre-modern Europe. White nationalists and racist neo-pagans. But what if I were to depict Stalin as the soy wojak and myself as the Chad? Oh my, yes, that would turn the tables. Soviet Union soldiers marching into Finland thinking it's gonna be an easy conquest. Bam. Someone's head just exploded. Whole world. Alan Turing and Hard 8 credited for cracking Enigma. Polish resistance and Polish mathematicians. Polish resistance, who risked their life to get one Enigma machine so that a light force can crack the code. Germany, I wish I could blame someone for my problems. Jews. President Bush when he chokes on a pretzel and faints briefly, choking and coughing. Italians in World War II. Italians in New York City. Never ask a woman her age, a man, his salary, a German company, what they were doing between 1933 and 1945. USS Nevada survives Pearl Harbor, D-Day, Okinawa, and 2 nukes. All that for a drop of blood. Humans when they invent a new technology. Humans when they realize it can be weaponized. Ottoman princes calculating how many of their relatives they need to kill after becoming sultan. Outdated tactics. New weapons of mass destruction. Ethnic tensions. World War I. The Ottomans making spice more expensive. The foundation of the United States. During the Battle of Germantown, there was a brief ceasefire when a little terrier was seen wandering between the American and British lines. British General Howe's dog had gotten loose. It was taken to George Washington to keep as a trophy, but instead he took it to his tent, fed and brushed him, then formally had the little dog returned under a flag of truce. Professionals have standards. American planning to invade Canada in the 1920s. Canada who is planning to invade America in the 1920s. I'm a big fan of German history. Okay, then name 2 German emperors. Wilhelm. That's on me. I set the bar too low. Why is Hawaii a part of the US? The secret ingredient is colonialism. Military history buffs who know which tanks were used in each battle in World War II. Me who knows which fabric cuts were used in each century of medieval period clothing. Denmark and Sweden going to war over some frozen Norwegian mountains for the 267th time this year. Napoleon. You had one job. The Polish Legion. I recognize the council has made a decision, but given that it's a stupid ass decision, I've elected to ignore it. Did the New Deal end the Great Depression? Leftists, yes. Rightists, no. Economists, no idea. Christians in the Holy Lands. Muslims in the Holy Lands. Mongols in the Holy Lands. Middle Ages in reality. Middle Ages in modern media. Countries entering Afghanistan. Countries trying to leave Afghanistan. Turks after realizing that loud sounds make Indian elephants go berserk. The United Nations on their way to figure out a resolution with the most civilian casualties, uninvolved in peace. Men from the 18th North Carolina at Chancellorsville when they realized they just fired into Stonewall Jackson's party. Everyone, stop firing. We are shooting at our own men. France, England. Fight the Dutch Navy, England. Teacher, kids, draw your family tree. Egyptian pharaohs. POV, when your country invades Iraq in 1914 and discover that Iraq is already drink tea. Happy British noises. The two sides in the American Civil War using trenches to hide. The Europeans. Noted. Me. Oh no, I'm not brave enough for politics. Also me, where was the League of Nations when the Abyssinia fell? There's no way you can defeat me. I have 26,000 soldier and you are just 16. I have 3,000 knights and Christ by my side. Finding a nice island Britain. Being invaded by Romans, Germans, icy Germans, then French Germans. Moscow, January 1990. Rome. You ignored the rules of engagement. In a fair fight, I'd kill you. Carthage. Then that's not much incentive for me to fight fair. Thank you for watching this video. Tune in at 5 PM British time for a video of changing topic. And at 7 PM for daily juicy memes. Check out my Discord server using the link in the description. Also be sure to leave a like if you enjoyed the video and subscribe if you didn't already.